This is such an exciting video for the crafting and small business community because I'm going to be reviewing the world's first 3D texture personal UV printer. So if you've been considering expanding your business or your craft and you want to invest in a UV printer, you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because you're going to be blown away by the capabilities that this printer has to offer. And there's no time to waste, let's just jump into this and get started with the unboxing. Fairly compact and lightweight. I'm really surprised by that actually. I was able to get this out by myself, no problem. Okay, so that was everything in the box. Now let's go ahead and actually set up the printer. So here is the ink. This is what it looks like when it's out of the box. I'm gonna unbox the rest and then we're gonna install it. So I'm going to continue the setup on the mobile app here. So I'm going to start with the UV Print Studio and I'm going to add printer. We have the UV printer here. I'm going to do wireless connection. There it is right there, just popped up. And then you press the button. And then you just connect to your Wi-Fi. And I'm going to name my printer. We're going to update the firmware here. Press update. Now we're going to do the device initialization. Okay, so it just did the test print, calibrated the camera and things like that. Now that that's done, it is ready to use. So let's go ahead and put done. So let's just test some stuff out. Just to make sure that the calibration and the snapshot feature works, that everything is working really good. Place my little magnet on here. So it's just taking a snapshot of that. Put in my design. I'm gonna zoom in. This is just a test. It's warped, it's not looking how it's supposed to, but that's okay. We're just going to test it. So I'm just going to put start print. That's crazy. It looks so good. Wow. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so I tested out the texture settings and I printed on that little magnet. This took an hour and 2 minutes, but check it out. Look at that texture, you guys. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know if you can... Oh my god. That is insane. You guys... This is so crazy. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my god, that is so crazy. You guys, the texture, it's like 3D. I mean, that's the setting. It's like the 3D texture. What the heck? Okay, so this is supposed to be my puppy. I did like the little 3D AI generator. Wow, that is crazy. Look at the texture. So this is what it was before. It was just like a flat piece, like the little flat magnet. This is what it did. This is all ink, you guys, from the printer. I was gonna do a phone case next, but I'm really glad I decided to go with this, even though it took an hour. But granted, look at the texture. I mean, that takes time. That is insanity. Okay, I'm so excited. So next up, I want to test out this iPhone case. I'm going to print my personal design on here, so let's test it out. There is a little bit of residue from the magnet. I need to learn like the dimensions and stuff so that I can get it perfect and this won't be an issue, but it's not that big of a deal, so let's just put it on there. here is how the phone case came out. Now I will say it's a little transparent, but this has more to do with my file because the background of this is just super light pink. I would just have to make that background a little bit darker so it comes out a little darker. But overall, this came out super cute, you guys. Like, this is such a great way to make phone cases, and you can see the quality came out super good. I mean, that is pretty crisp. It really just depends on your preference because the transparent look is cute too. All right, now on to the next project. Okay, so next we're gonna test out the DTF Laminating Machine. So this is an accessory that you can purchase apart from the printer. So let's test it out. I'm gonna put one of the laminating sheets that came with the laminator on here. Okay, there we go, like so. Once I've loaded that in, I'm going to peel back the protective layer on the top. We'll reveal the sticky side. Don't touch this after you peel this layer. And now it's ready to print. The stickers are ready now. Let's check it out. Those are looking great, so I'm going to take this off. Those look amazing, you guys. Wow. Okay, let's head over to the laminator. Pulled some of the film out, and now I'm going to close this up here, and I'm going to push this through. Okay, there we go. So basically that was just to feed the film through the laminator, and now we're going to heat it up. So I'm going to press this button here. It's going to start blinking here, and then when it turns green and it beeps, then it's ready. It turned green, so it's ready now. So it went through and there is a cutter attached, so I'm just going to lay this down and slide that. And then you just take this off of the mat. I accidentally cut off part of my design, but here's my DTF sticker, and I'm going to apply it to this cup right here. And I'm going to use the squeegee that came with it. And now I'm just going to peel this off. And that's stuck on effortlessly. Look how nice this came out. You can see the quality in the print. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see. Check it out. This is going to be such a game changer for cup makers because if you know, DTF machines are so expensive, and for the price point of this, you can literally make your own DTF stickers and have so many other multi-uses with this machine. Here were the other two transfers that I printed out. If you are a cup maker, this is going to be awesome for DTF transfers, or if you do other things like keychains, bookmarks, and you need transfers, you can literally make them with this machine, or you can print directly on them as well. So I'm really happy with how this came out, but now I really want to try the rotary attachment. So let's go. Just tested out the laminator, and now we're going to go ahead and test out the rotary attachment. Here's what it looks like, and now let's put this into the printer. And remove the mini flatbed, and to do that, there's a little lever right here that you just switch. You just switch it over to unlock it, like I just did. So that locks into place, and then you're going to switch the lever back to lock it. I'm going to be adding these two little knobs right here where these knobs are. They just slide right in, like so. Place it here, like so. Make sure that's in. That sits in perfectly. I'm going to use auto measure. I'm going to change the shape here. No handles. Let's check it out. You can see that it's lifting up on its own as well in that corner over there. So it will auto level. You don't have to do anything except for hit the auto measure button. I want this centered, so I'm just going to zoom in here. You can see that this center line here is the center of the cup. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to center this. So I like how that looks. I'm going to hit print. And then under ink mode, I'm just going to put CMYK. You can also see here the 3D of how it would look. So there is my design. That looks pretty good to me. So that's a cool feature that they have, that you can actually see how it will look 3D. And I'm going to put start print. Okay, it just finished printing. Let's take this out and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Even on camera, the print quality is insane. Holy cow. That's insane. It literally looks just like it does in person as it does on camera. Look at that print quality. And it was super simple to set up. The capabilities of this printer is absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so the final test I want to do for this video is going to be creating an art canvas. And for that, we're going to be needing the largest tray here. So let's go ahead and put the mat on this. Alright, now let's go ahead and load this into the printer. So for the largest bed, I do have to open the back over here for it to go in and out of the machine. So this is what it looks like from far away. So as you can see, both sides are open, and it needs to be like that because this tray is going to be moving back and forth. Here is our canvas. This is about 12 by 15 inches, give or take. So let's go ahead and put that in. I actually did give the printer a cleaning, and to do that, basically you just go in your studio, and where it says nozzle cleaning, you can do just a regular clean or a deep clean. I gave it a deep clean just because I've done a couple projects with it already, and so I wanted to give it like a good cleaning. That's where you would go to clean the machine. Again, super easy access. I love that everything is like remote. If that makes sense, like you don't touch any buttons on this machine at all. It is all done through the app. I really, really love that feature. That's just something I quickly wanted to note, that everything is done through the software, which is super, super nice, super easy. There is absolutely no buttons on the machine whatsoever. Anyways, let's get to printing our print, and I'm going to go ahead and do the snapshot feature. So let's go ahead and do that. It will go ahead and do its thing, and then we'll see it here when it's finished. Okay, so it finished the snapshot feature. It did take a little longer than usual. Granted, look at the size of this one. So I went ahead and added my image into the software. Now I'm going to go ahead and put print, and I'm going to change the ink mode to CMYK, and we'll put create print job. Everything looks good to me, so let's hit start print. Something else to mention, make sure that there's enough clearance front and back, because again, this tray is going to be moving back and forth. Keep the front space and the back space open for your machine to have enough clearance so it won't bump into anything and ruin your print. So it is all done now. This looks amazing. Let's pull this out. Oh, I don't even have words, you guys. Holy crap. Wow. That is so gorgeous. Like the color, the print, the texture, the quality. Wow, this came out so gorgeous. I cannot wait to hang this up. I'm just blown away, honestly, you guys. Like, that's insane. You can literally sell everything with this. I mean, art prints, phone cases, cups, keychains, I mean, you name it. This has so much capability. I have truly never been so blown away on the first try. Like, this is insane. To conclude this video, let's talk pricing and my final thoughts. Okay, so first let's talk pricing. Starting with the eufyMake E1 basic bundle, which includes the E1 UV printer and the ink and cleaning cartridge kit. The price for that is going to be $2,299. So that price for one of these UV printers is actually pretty unheard of. These printers are very expensive and most oftentimes run upwards of $5,000. So that price point is a great deal, and I'm really glad they made it on the more affordable side for at-home craft makers and small business owners. And the 3D texture feature alone totally justifies the price, because that feature is only seen in mostly like these big industrial UV printers. So the fact that it's in this tiny printer is really crazy. And I love that they made that accessible in a printer as small as this one that can be used from home. If you want to buy the ink and cleaning cartridge in a bundle, so that includes the CMYK, Gaussian white plus the cleaning cartridge, that's going to be $299. And if you want to purchase ink or cleaning cartridge individually, that's going to be $42.99. So while I can't tell you how good this printer is on ink just because I haven't had it that long, I will say that the consumables definitely seem like they're on the more affordable side, and I'm just comparing based on my experience with some of my other machines, and some of those consumables like ink can run me about $75 a bottle. Let's talk the Rotary Attachment and the UV DTF Laminator Attachment. Each one of these is going to be $399. Now, if you're wanting to get both of these, that can be pretty pricey. However, if you do get the laminator attachment, that can be used on many other things as well, don't forget that, as opposed to the rotary attachment mainly being for cups. But of course, if you are strictly or mainly a cup business, then that might be more ideal for you. It really comes down to what your needs are and your preferences. Now moving on to my final thoughts and my true opinion on this printer. Mind you, I've only had this for a short amount of time, but I want to say that truthfully, this is one of my favorite machines that I own. The main thing I really love about this printer is that it is so versatile. There is just so much use that comes with this. Just to give you guys an idea, I have probably 3 or 4 different printers for some of the products that I have in my shop. And now that I have the eufyMake printer, this one can do it all, and I pretty much wouldn't need any of my other printers. That being said, there are some things that I want to note. For example, it's important to be mindful if you're going to be offering things with 3D texture in your shop, you have to consider the amount of time it takes to print those items. Because as you saw earlier in this video with the 3D magnet design that I did of my puppy pretzel, it took about an hour and 2 minutes, give or take. Now that amount of time is completely justified as seen in the results of the magnet. However, that's 1 magnet per hour, something to think about. But that can still work out in your favor because you can upcharge due to the amount of time it takes to make the product and the amazing quality that comes out when it's finished. Because I can tell you right now, holding that magnet in my hand, it feels expensive. I really hope you enjoyed this product review. I am extremely happy with the results of this printer and I highly recommend it. That being said, I will make an updated video once I've had it for a little bit longer, but so far, so freaking good. And if you have any questions about the printer, please leave them in the comments down below. And I will also have the printer linked in the description box. They are having a Kickstarter launch soon, so make sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video. And make sure to check out my TikTok and Instagram for more content, and I will see you in the next one.